Hey guys, and today I'll be playing The Front Yard, where we follow the spontaneous and mundane lives of two best friends who've been consumed by the guilt of living in the meat they work with. And this is Chicago 1883, so you can imagine how miserable they are. While based on real circumstances and places, this game is a work of fiction. Okay. Furga? Pancakes? On Tuesday morning, my mother would make pancakes. Up. They were never that good. It was burnt at the bottom. Ma was in a rush, so I can never blame her. I remember it clearly. Making them took up so much of her morning that by the time me and my brothers had woken up, she'd be rushing out the door. She quickly wrangled my shoulder-length hair into a ponytail and kissed our foreheads as a half-hearted goodbye. But Ma would put effort into the pancakes. I knew that much. She wanted us to eat well. I know that much. Ferga. Ma, I'm tired. 10 more minutes? Get up. Even the pancakes can wait. Fergal? Oh. Pancakes? What the hell are you talking about? Oi, hurry up. I'm going to be late for work. And don't go 10 minutes, I've already given you 20. Fergal? This guy, Fergal. Stop doing that. Then wake up. Don't pinch me so hard. Fine, I'm awake, okay? Jeez. Change, would you? We have to leave now. Puninium... Oh my god, these words. Puninium adamate is probably waiting for us too. Have some respect. Yeah, whatever. Alright, let's change. Bottle of alcohol. Pile of clothes. They need to be washed. These are clothes up here. Some dirty clothes. Chest filled with all sorts of random items. Yep, I guess I'll leave. This is our place. What's this? A pile of dirty clothes. The reeks of rotting meat. Perhaps that's why Jan hasn't washed them yet. It's cloudy today. Small desk that the Adamene, your neighbors, found in the dump nearby. The top is an envelope from Eon's parents. I feel like I'm pronouncing the names wrong. It seems like Eon is still in the process of writing back. To the side is an empty vase and a photograph. It is the only thing you brought from home. From left to right, it shows your younger brothers, your mother, then yourself. It shows signs of having been crumpled up. More dirty clothes. Couch. Eon sleeps here. It smells less than the bed. Alright, let's go here. You see, you have a kitchen. Small stove. Cabinet. Seasonings, breads, and cooking utensils are stored here. Where it's rare for you to buy meat, keep what you have on the bottom shelf. Chest filled with cleaning supplies and alcohol. Chest filled with canned and dry goods. There are a couple of unopened alcohol bottles as well. They really love their alcohol, huh? Well, guess it's time to leave. As ever. Let's go then. Who's this? Oh, it's our neighbor. Ah, Yoan. Good morning. I was wondering if you two would be working today. You're going to have to hurry if that's the case. The other just left. Hana's Adamenes. Good morning to you as well. Yes, we, Fergal, had a rough start this morning. But it can't be helped. We'll be off now, so don't worry yourself too much. If we leave right now, we should get to our buildings with enough time to spare. Is the walk to the packing building that brief, though? Whenever I go along with the other men, it feels like quite the trek. Not to mention the trains, you know. A young boy was crushed the other day. Stories like that seem to be becoming the norm. But like I said, honestly, why do you say the whole name? Oh, you don't need to worry. Today is any other workday. We just happen to be a bit late. Besides, neither of us takes the route along the tracks. The trains only go by the stockyard, not the butchering and packing buildings. Well, if you say so. Dahlia's busy today, so she sent me to give you lunch. Ham today. The butcher has some good cuts this week. Hey, these look different than usual. He says it's ham. Really? Oh. Your accent's getting better. He said your pronunciation is improving. Huh, is that so? Well. What language is this? Croissant? Don't let me hold you any longer. You have work to get to. Thank you again. Giving Pannonia Adamine my best wishes. Why did they say their full names? It's kind of weird, right? Oh, that's their apartment. They're the family that offer you to come with them to Chicago for work. At the time, you believed it had to be a prospect with zero cons. Nowadays, well, no point dwelling over past mistakes. Chicago. This door leads to other apartments. They're house Lithuanians around your age. Oh, they're from Lithuania. Who's this? Apartment. The Yards of Chicago, 1883. A district of Chicago entirely dedicated to meatpacking. I'm from New York, so maybe I don't have the right to say anything, but it's filthy here. Is that a rat? I imagine the rats. Dead cats and dogs litter the streets. Some get eaten by other animals, bugs, vultures, and such, while the rest get thrown into trucks that are supposed to discard trash. In reality, the carcasses end up rotting in them for days on end, so picking them up is just as useless. I'm sure they're not the only thing creating the terrible smell of these neighborhoods, but they certainly contribute to it. There's also a mice problem. Well, I'm not sure I can call it a problem if it's so normalized. I remember when we first moved, Virgo was scared of rats. Says he's gotten over it, but I doubt that's the case. I don't even know where to start with all the trash. I had assumed that with time I'd get used to the foul odors that permeate through this bubble. I wonder what it would be like to smell fresh air again. That's the city life for you. Depressing though. Hey. Is my Lithuanian actually getting better? I'm not going to lie, it's far from perfect. But it's also far from what it was when we first came here. Your improvement is pretty impressive. Oh, a compliment from sober Yoan. How rare. Just take it, would you? I'm being honest. Even if you only know basic phrases, you could probably pass as a child of Lithuanians. That's definitely a stretch. Have a bit more confidence in yourself. Even Angelica can understand your broken sentences. I can't tell if her knowing more English than I do Lithuanian is impressive or embarrassing. At least some things change. We made it. Just as you said, with time to spare. Maybe I'll start sleeping in more. Don't even think about it. You had to skip breakfast. Oatmeal gets old fast when you've been eating it for over a year straight, Yoan. Giving the same taste as mush is like a blessing. Fine, whatever. See you tonight. Bye-bye. God, for someone who hates working, Yoan sure does value routine. Wonder what he's like once inside. See, Yoan and I work in different parts of the packing buildings. There's the famed stockyard itself, where all the cows and hogs and sheep are rounded up in tiny pens. Then there's the butcher and packing buildings. I assume that because I'm bad with tedious stuff, I work with directly killing cattle. Just swinging a sledgehammer straight to the center of the cow's skull, nothing too complicated. Yoan handles the more hands-on tasks towards the end of the line. I'm not sure of the specifics, but I'm pretty sure he cuts bigger chunks of chuck meat into smaller ones. It's a lot bloodier than what I do, I'll say that much. If I had to touch that much raw meat, I'd go insane. All that blood and gunk. Well, if he only can come home every day looking the same as the last, I shouldn't be too concerned. I guess that's our routine. Yoan wakes me up, we eat oatmeal, and then we walk to work. And of course, the best part of the day, coming home. Yoan gets off before me, so he should be back by now. Oh, now our apartment. Oh. I'm going to take that as an indicator of a good day. If you like hearing screams as someone gets found on the tracks again, then yes, I had an amazing day. Another train incident, huh? I'll work at this time. Now my mother. Her son ran into the track and started chasing after him when uh Yoan, you might think you know everything about me, but we know that I'm a very perceptive person. You, perceptive? As if. You're denser than the meat we work with. You're not funny. Now I know you're making stuff up. Cut the crap, but yeah, lunch was good for one, surprisingly. Never in my life did I think I'd be so excited by 2 slices of ham. The bar is in hell. That is it. Where are you going? I'm still hungry. You're cooking dinner? Sure, why not? That's rare. Well, I'm not going to stop you. If you mess up, you're paying for the groceries next time. Fine. What to make? Pretty sure we have some sauerkraut left. Soup it is then. Contains salt and pepper. Some of the rye bread that Yoan likes left too. You make a mental note to get it later. Small stove. Once you get all the ingredients, you can make the soup. Sauerkraut. Some bottled water here too. Okay, water. The broth should have been in here. Should look for it elsewhere. Should be in here. Contain potato, sauerkraut, and carrot. Do I have all of it? I don't know what else I need. I have everything, right? Sure, I have everything. Help me. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. Very close. Very close. Oh wait, upon sifting it through the pile. Broth? I wonder what that was doing there. Why is the broth all the way... You know what? Whatever. Yoan, it's ready. I just used leftovers from last week. The bread might be a bit stale, but no, it's good. I'm excited. It smells great. Thank you for this meal. Salty. I knew you'd say that. Bread tastes good with it, though. Getting better at cooking. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to make pancakes someday. Virgo's gone to take a shower. It's pretty late. You can sleep whenever you like. Time to sleep then. Wait. I guess he hasn't written his letter yet. Virgo's room. Oh, right. I'm Yoan, not Virgo. It's warm here. The air is thick, suffocating you with every breath you take. It smells terrible. Intestines choke you. Fat fills your lungs. Meat embraces you whole. Oh, this place again. This job really does take a toll on him. You don't want to go back to sleep right now. Pile of meat. You should remove this before someone decides to mess with it. Ooh, just messy. Virgo's sledgehammer. It's around 4 pounds heavy. Spinning it for hours straight must be really tiring. I wonder if anyone has been hit on accident. He's sleeping. How can he do so in such peace? Let's not drink alcohol. So he seems to be the alcoholic. A pot covered in dirt and dried blood. Upon lifting the cloudy lid, you're hit with the stench of vomit. Innards leak from within. You cannot tell if they're from a cow or a human. Chest filled with empty bottles upon bottles of alcohol. Dinner table. There are 2 plates at respective seats. Both have stains of blood smeared across them. Otherwise, it's been wiped clean. There are no signs of the meal that was once decorated them other than grease glistening under the dim light. Meat from the chunk. Cut it? Yes? I spent years doing the same thing over and over and over. With your knife in hand, you cut excess cartilage off of a toughened beef. Over time, you witness people commit heinous acts towards what others will see as food. You don't get paid enough to worry about how sanitary your work is, so why do you? Perhaps it's because every time you witness another man throw up, piss, or lose a finger to the bloody mass, you're reminded of yourself at the dining table of your youth. Chuck steak was your favorite after all. Chuck steak is your favorite. Can't go back to sleep. You have a knife in hand. What's this? Can't go on this. Don't like how he has that knife. A chest that reeks of manure. Manure? Ugh. Pile of clothes caked in blood. The bed smells. All parts of the cow are used. You're sure these will be useful in some way too. Do I have to pick up the alcohol bottle? This has always helped, if even for a little bit. Well, that's really sad. Anything else here? It's not. Oh, I have to go to work. Okay. Yes? No? It's been many years since you first moved here. Since you left the nice life you had, surrounded by people you love to become a man. Is that what this is? Being a true American man? Is it standing in a pool of murky blood, limbs buried in guts and leftover fat? Is it the dizziness of spending hours on end in a room full of other miserable workers, air thick with bacteria and sweat? Is it abandoning the comfort for the rawness of a real city? You made a mistake. You made such a huge, irreversible mistake in coming here. Whenever you stepped into work for the first time, you threw up. Should that have been a sign? The measly dimes you receive aren't enough compensation for the turmoil you've been through. You dragged an innocent Virgo along with you. He was hopeless at the time, and the hope you gave him was beyond false. It stinks. It stinks of murder and shit. Cows and humans can't tell the difference anymore, nor do you care. That makes you no better than everyone else. It's all the same now. Everything bleeds red at the end of the line. If you put a human heart in front of them, would they even be able to tell the difference? Would you eat it all the same? It's warm here. The air is thick, suffocating you with every breath you take. It smells terrible. Intestines choke you. Fat fills your lungs. Meat embraces you whole. Good morning? Virgo, were you watching me? Look, you were tossing and turning and all that, and I got worried. But I was also just generally intrigued. It was kind of funny. You're terrible. I'm not. Ah, screw that. Can I worry for once? You look awfully rattled. I'm fine. What time is it? Late enough that you have to skip breakfast. This guy. Alright, off to work we go. Yes. I wonder when the mundanity of this routine will end. Another long day of work. Sleepy. I'm home. Oh. Oh. You're back late. Yeesh, drinking this early? What are you talking about? Like I said, you're the one late, Virgil. Stop saying my name. Ha, so rude. Come on, you look miserable. Have a bottle or something, take the edge off. It's sad to drink alone. Give me that. Yon's always had this problem, if I'm allowed to call it that. I always come back later than him, but on Friday nights he procures 1 or 2 bottles, offering me half or a quarter and downing the rest. I never asked him why but he'll often start rambling about some... You know, back in Lithuania, he used to have a huge drinking problem. You don't say. I do, and you know, the craziest part is, the bishop started a sobriety movement that worked. Yes, how you know? Lucky guess? Maybe it's because you've told me a billion times. That's damn lucky. If anything's ever been... Virgil, I don't say this much, but I'm glad you came here with me. I'm not sure if you regret it or anything. I know I sure as hell would if I were you. But having someone like you makes life a lot more bearable. I'm just glad you're my friend, Virgil. Friend, huh? Do I regret coming here? Yes, often I regret it so much, but all Jan did was offer me an escape. In the grand scheme of things, he was just as naive as me. Miss, excuse me? He was just being a polite boy 8 years ago when he... Miss. Are you talking to me? Oh. Sir? Hold on, did you just mistake me for a girl? No, I didn't. Look, that isn't important right now. You don't seem like you're from around here. Are you lost? Either way, you shouldn't be out here this so late. It's not safe. You could've just let me out here after realizing it wasn't a girl, and yet he... Sorry, you have to take the floor. We don't have a guest room, so... I'm shocked my parents agreed. They rarely let me go out with the other boys here unless they know them from church. So them allowing a stranger to stay is quite... Your name is Virgil, right? Where are you from? And if I may ask, why are you traveling so late? Virgil? Ah, right. You must be tired. Sorry for bothering you. And, sleep well. Good night. Just one night is shocking enough for sure. It ended up being 3. It was quite selfish, overstaying my welcome, but what can I say? I grew to like Jan's presence. I'm sure if I had it my way, I would have stayed at his place forever. So, what? So your mom just makes you keep your hair long because she likes it? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It is. It's a bit confusing too. That's what I keep telling her. She never listens to me though. Once I get where I'm going, I'm gonna shave my head. That'll teach her. Speaking of which, where are you going exactly? Part of New York that you're from is a good ways away from here. You walked all the way here? Yeah, I walked. Figured it'd be a more manly thing to do. That's a bit stupid. Nah, shut up. Just let me tell you what my plan is. See, I had 2 younger twin brothers, and after they were born, my dad left to some other part of the city for work. It's not like he's completely out of my life. He sends back money and letters and stuff. He's just not home. I don't remember him much either. And I'm getting sick of my mom. She's a Taylor, and her job is quite time consuming, but she's always irritable with me. Brothers get special treatment all the time. Just because my personality doesn't align with what she sees as the perfect eldest child doesn't mean she has to limit me so much. So I just decided one day to teach her a lesson. So I'm gonna find my dad and live with him from now on. Plain and simple. Seriously? That's your justification for running away unannounced? Yeah. Isn't it valid? Virgo. Instead of continuing this journey, I think you should go home tomorrow. Huh? What are you... Your mom just seems to be a busy woman. Would you say she's abusive? Of course not. Then go home. She's probably worried sick. And write me back when you do, okay? We're friends now. I want to keep in touch. Alright, I will. Words cannot describe how grateful I am to knowing Eons for sending me back, because, well, my first letter must have come as a shock. Dear Eon, I hope you are faring well. I have arrived home safe, but I write bearing terrible news. Ma has passed away in the time I was gone, supposedly due to a disease I cannot pinpoint. Dear Fergal, this deeply saddens me to hear. My deepest condolences. I'm sorry all I can do is write. Wish I could be there with you. Yeah, I wish he was there with me too. I tried to keep my first few letters brighter, but I'm sure my grief became prominent. Dear Fergal, how are you? School has been quite rough, but I've been performing well in my classes. Dear Jan, I have seen better days, but similarly, school has been alright. The grades are never great, but so I suppose what they are now isn't too shocking. Dear Fergal, it's summer. My family will be traveling soon, so my letters may be sparse. Dear Jan, sorry for not writing in so long. Have you returned? Dear Fergal, yes we have. I was worried you wouldn't write back. I have attached some photos from our vacation. Aren't pictures expensive in that time? I don't know. Leon, thank you. Sorry for not writing again. It looks lovely. Dear Fergal. Leon? Dear Fergal? Fergal? Dear Fergal, I hope this address is still applicable. Are you looking for work? They have an offer that you might serve as well. Write me back if you're interested. Your friend, Eon. Dear Eon, yes, this address is still my own. Please let me know the details. I am interested. Many thanks, Virgo. I'm not sure why Eon ever offered I come with them. We live miles from each other. He could have easily asked the people near him. And yet he asked me. Was it out of pity? Had he picked up on how much the guilt of not being with Ma in her final moments had hit me? Well, even if that's why, I'm glad he did. Even if all the death in this place scares me, at least I have Eon. A few days later, more work done. This gets awfully redundant fast, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Where is he? Ah, Fergal. Eon, rare to see you in here. Are you taking the bed for once? Yeah, if you don't mind. Huh? Why are you acting so polite? Of course I don't. Thanks. Are you alright? You haven't been looking too great since that nightmare. I'm alright. Okay. It's just, cough? Don't look at me like that. Just a small cold. It'll be over if I just sleep. Well, if you say so, I trust you. I'll take the couch. Sleep as long as you want. Thanks again, Fergal. Hope he's okay. You're not tired right now. What should I do now, then? Guess I can't go back in here. The kitchen? Make some food? Seasonings, utensils. Go back out again? Hope he doesn't die. I mean, he doesn't die. Oh, Eon doesn't die. Because the cough? I mean, it's Chicago in 1883. It could be anything. Was tuberculosis prevalent during that time? I don't remember. A drink or two never hurt. Oh, I was gonna drink. A few weeks passed and Neon's health deteriorated greatly. Truth be told, I'm not sure if being given the news or witnessing it happening before your very eyes is worse, but I felt helpless, useless. Yet the world moved on, or rather, it never stopped in the first place. Cleavers and sledgehammers still swung, knives still sunk into flesh. A hazy smell didn't even let up. The sickeningly cycleless lifestyle of the stockyard stops for no one. Someone disappearing is just another slot to fill. Without yawning, it becomes harder to live in this building too. My broken senses only get me sympathetic smiles from the Adamine. I'm sorry, Yoni. I'm sorry that you felt the need to bring me somewhere far away from my sadness. Was I the only reason this whole endeavor seemed meaningful? I'm sorry. Maybe if I had never ridden back, I would have found purpose amongst the parents who loved you so. Or in a loveless, blood-soaked, dead-addled world, such as the back of the yards, I doubt there's any purpose to either of us being here. I'm sure I'll die a death as silent as yours. That is the saddest game ever. Ugh. And that's just the end. He did get sick. And I'm assuming that he did just die. It could be a number of diseases. I mean, he's working directly with meat and not the most sanitary conditions, like very unsanitary, so he could have gotten anything. That's so sad. It makes me kind of cry a bit. But that is the end of the front yard. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Bye.